And here come the Scarlet Knights. For decades a doormat, they really arrived last season. Expectations very high this season at 4-2. They consider this must win. They're the spoiler, the favorite, the #2 team in the BCS, the USF Bulls, and that is a display of team speed as Jim Leavitt, who was there from the beginning, the humble beginnings of this program in Tampa when it was situated in 3 trailers, long before it was 1A, before it was part of a BCS conference. Greg Schiano, the defensive-minded coach of Rutgers. He's also the defensive coordinator, looking for his defense to step up tonight, stop the bleeding after a couple of home losses this season to Maryland and Cincinnati. And Jim Leavitt doing his best to downplay all the hype and the expectations and the pressure. They don't even refer to the BCS ranking. They just call it the situation.
Have you ever seen a head football coach before the game run from sideline to sideline sprints, trying to get rid of emotions and energy?
Not many.
And Leavitt was. He was running gassers before the game moments ago.
The intensity of both coaches during pregame was amazing. I mean, we wanted to suit up and go play.
They were not interested in conversation, were they? They wanted to work off that nervous energy.
That's it. You see him. There he goes. I mean, he was all over the field.
What's his 40 time?
Today, he was down in the 4.8 range. Fastest he's ever been.
He's got a lot of guys that are a lot faster than that, fortunately, especially on that defense. And it's going to be that USF speedy defense trying to slow down Ray Rice. Rutgers will get the football to begin. They won the toss and elected to receive. Full house here tonight. Possibility of a record crowd. It was a brand new phenomenon a year ago, a big primetime game. Now these folks say we're getting used to it. Justin Tichy to kick off, and he'll boot it out of the end zone. So Rutgers will start on their 20-yard line. Quarterback is Mike Teal. Greg said it, vastly improved passer, and this is junior year. Only had 100 yards throwing against the Bulls in last year's Rutgers victory on the road. Now 300-yard games are the norm.
Well, I think it's a pretty simple, basic game plan here. Can Ray Rice run between the tackles? And if that play action opens up, Doug, can they hit him down the field?
Yeah, Teal's averaging 300 yards passing. He's throwing the ball much better this year. If they suck up in there to stop the run, the passing game will be there.
You've got dangerous receivers, Underwood and Brett, on the same side of the formation, bottom of the screen. And, of course, Ray Rice is the tailback. Now, Underwood in motion. And it's Rice. Has room. Ray Rice. Well, about 15 before Trey Williams dragged him down. There's a flag on the play. Did they grab the face mask of Rice?
There's a penalty by each team on the play. Holding. Number 7, offense. Personal foul, face mask. Number 21, defense. These fouls offset. Replay first down.
So the hold on the receiver Underwood and the face mask wipes out a 15-yard gain.
And I'm not sure that South Florida's defense nor Greg Schiano expected to get Ray Rice around the corner in this football game. South Florida's defense is built around speed, and they want Ray Rice. They're going to try to push him east and west.
Very few backs, if any, have success running east and west on this speedy defense. Doug said 14 straight games, no 100-yard rusher since Rice got him big last year in Tampa. Redo 1st and 10, and Rice has room again, barreling straight ahead. That's more of a Ray Rice run. And he gets 9 yards, and Pat Manning, the equipment manager for Rutgers, introduces you to the offense.
In my 31 years at Rutgers University football as the equipment manager, I've never come across a more explosive bunch of offensive players. Our offensive linemen, Jeremy Zuda, Mike Fladell, and Pedro Sosa. Our wide receivers, Kenny Britt and Tiquan Underwood, and of course, everybody's favorite, number 27, Ray Rice.
We thank Pat and Monster.com for the lineup. 2nd and 2. No throw. Teal over the middle, fires high and caught by Kenny Britt near midfield. Nate Allen defending a 21-yard gain, and Pat St. Louis, the ex-Bulls player, and now the GA, introduces you to this defense.
And for the fastest defense in the nation, leading the way is George Selvey, the sack master, and at linebacker we have Bruce Montpremier, Tyrone McKenzie, and the team captain Ben Moffitt. And at defensive back we have Nate Allen, Golden Child, Carlton Williams, and also platinum status at the cornerbacks, Trey Williams and Mike Jenkins.
You might be a little biased, but fastest defense in the nation. We'll talk about that. First down throw for Teal. It's a screen. Incomplete. Rice had fallen down and had to be careful there because defensive players were all around him. Bruce Montpierre in the neighborhood, and Ben Moffitt, the active middle linebacker.
He's their leader on defense in the middle. He makes plays. He lines his defense up. He's had interceptions.
What do you think, fastest in the nation, though, this
that jury's out on that. They are fast, and they are an upfield.
Well, let me tell you what the jury was for me in evaluating the speed of this was against West Virginia. White and Slayton and bunch out there. They tell you right now South Florida's got a very fast defense.
Held Slayton to 54 yards rushing, knocked Pat White out of the game. It's Rice on 2nd and 10. Runs through the arm tackle of Selvey, but a 2-yard gain.
I think Rutgers has to be very encouraged with what they did on their first 2 plays. Even though they had a holding penalty, they ran an off-tackle power play that one of them bounced outside for a big gainer and one went up inside for a big gainer. So they're establishing what they want to do.
And obviously for South Florida, it's all about Ray Rice and stopping him. And they've done it the last 15 games. They have not allowed one to crack the 100-yard mark since Ray Rice did it.
And then Kevin Smith of UCF came in as the nation's leading rusher a week ago. Got just 55 yards on the Bulls. 3rd and 8. Rutgers has been better in these situations this year. Teal fires. Incomplete. He was looking for Kenny Britt. It was very well covered by the future NFL corner Mike Jenkins. Jared Blue on the pressure, and Rutgers will have to punt.
Both these South Florida corners, Mike Jenkins and Trey Williams, are exceptional corners. They trust these two to be one-on-one all day so they can commit some people to the run. They do an excellent job, and Rutgers has good receivers now, Craig.
By far the best tandem in the conference, I think. And Jeremy Ita, who does all of the kicking duties, kicking off, field goals, and punting, will try to pin the Bulls deep. It's a fake. He's throwing downfield, complete. Caught for a first down inside the 15 by James Townsend. How do you do, Coach Schiano? There's a punter with a good arm.
Well, I guess when you're at home and you have confidence in your running game and where you are on the field right here, this is all planned. And this is a case where the cover man just never looks around.
Well, he's expecting the guy to go down there and cover a punt, so he's going to get in position to block. Ito throws the ball. Usually you don't throw the ball in this situation unless the guy is completely uncovered. Great throw by Ito.
That's a lot of moxie in a big game at midfield, and now Rutgers set up at about the 14-yard line. Rice on the toss. It's tough to get outside. Moffitt, the senior, the leader of this defense, out there to get a hand on the ankle.
I guess trying to get in the head of Schiano and making that call. He's playing the #2 team in the country. He's lost a couple of games. He's sending a message to his team, fellas. We're here tonight. We're the underdogs.
And we're here to win. We're here to make play. We're going to have to make some plays that maybe we don't usually make to make sure we win this game.
You got a punter who throws like that, you've got to fear it now. Teal in the shotgun for the first time. It's Rice. Has the corner. Ray Rice headed for the pylon and pulled out of the 2. Rice, big, thick guy, but he shows the acceleration. Trey Williams pushes him out, 11-yard gain.
The acceleration you're talking about is something that most people just don't know much about with Ray Rice. Most people think that he's just tackle to tackle, but look at the leverage on the outside and the freedom to get there. Trey Williams, 21, can run.
You know, the blocks on the edge weren't really good crack or seal blocks. They just out-leveraged the defense right away, and Ray Rice ran around the corner.
First and goal. Power formation. Rice. Hit in the backfield, dropped for a loss. Once again, Ben Moffitt, number 59. Interesting story. Moffitt married in high school, has a couple of kids already, and commutes about 45 minutes from his home to the campus of USF. As a defender down on the field, and the medical staff for the Bulls will run out to attend to number 95, George Selvey. We talked about him, nation's leading sacker.
That would be a tremendous loss.
Selvey, just a sophomore. He's a guy that in 17 career games, or 19 career games, has 17 sacks.
Pointing to his back there, and you know, those sacks means that he has a high motor. But we asked the coaching staff, is this just a freak of nature? And Chris, you asked him, you said, hey, is this guy just, you know, Wally Burnham, the defensive coordinator, he's an old Florida State guy, been around a lot of great players back there. You asked him about him.
Yeah, and he said, no, he's not really a bullware type physical freak. He credits Selby's ability to study tape and get to know the opposing tackles, and really the fact that their scheme will move him around in different positions.
Yeah, they'll stunt with him, scheme with him, move him around, get him in mismatches, and that's how he's getting his sacks. It's not just that pure speed around the edge.
So Rice dropped for a 1-yard loss on 1st and goal. They're set up at the 3, the 10th play of this opening drive. They've been one of the more efficient teams in the country in the red zone. Second in scoring percentage. Touchdown percentage not quite as good. Underwood in motion. Rice again. Hammering straight ahead and nothing there. On second effort, Rice is able to come up with a short gain before Premier stopped him. So 3rd and goal.
You know, the reason they're good in the red zone is because they can run the ball down here. And Ray Rice is built low to the ground, thick legs. You saw his quads yesterday, Craig.
He made a switch at quarterback, guys. Jabu Lovelace, the backup quarterback, a sophomore, very talented guy from Teaneck. He's a guy that can be an effective runner in the red zone.
Interesting that you would bring Teal out and Ray Rice out of the game on the same play here, 3rd and goal.
And now Rutgers, it took some time to get the proper personnel in the game, and so a timeout is called. We're set up. Crucial play in the early going when you come back. High above Piscataway, New Jersey, opening drive for the Scarlet Knights, who marched at 78 yards with the help of a 36-yard fake punt completion. Now it's 3rd and goal, and there is Jabu Lovelace, the backup quarterback, the red zone running weapon. Rice not in the backfield. Lovelace is going to throw. Pressure. And sacked at the 8-yard line. So Tyrone McKenzie, the linebacker, not fooled. The wrinkle doesn't work. And from 1st and goal at the 2, Rutgers will now have to try a field goal.
And I'm sure what they were trying to do is to get the added block or get the mismatch on the numbers on the corner. But I imagine, Doug, the one thing the coach would tell him to do is
throw that ball away and save the yards. It was actually it was like the Tebow play where it was a fake run. He wanted to pull up and hit the tight end in the back in the end zone, but he got jammed, and then off the scramble took the sack.
So Ito, again, who completed that fake punt pass, now on for the more familiar duty, the 26-yard field goal. 8 for 8 inside 40 yards this season. And he's still perfect. So Rutgers chews up almost 5 minutes on the clock. He's at 72 yards. Levitt's team fooled by the fake punt, but not by the wrinkle at the goal line. We welcome you to a very significant game, not just in the Big East, but also in the national championship chase. The #2 team in the new BCS standings down 3-0.
Would you call it an evaluation game? People around the country, you know, South Florida, who are they? I think everybody got a little bit of feel for Rutgers last year.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone wants to see who this team is. They're #2 in the country. We've never heard of them. We've never seen them. It's a national audience. Here's their showcase night, and they're going to be evaluated by everybody.
Now, Jim Levitt's pretty quick to say this is not our first good team. You know, back in 2002, we were 9-2. The losses were at Arkansas, at Oklahoma, 9-4 last year. And they've had some success against ranked teams in their brief history, but they have never really worn the target. They've never really been the hunted. This is the new experience for them.
I'll give you an answer as to how you start evaluating. When your defense has to go right back on the field and answer the call from a big play on a fake punt, and they keep them out of the end zone, that's a championship-style defense.
It appeared that Rutgers was going to take that and shove it right on down into the end zone. And USF, you know, closed the gate, 3-point lead. That's a win for them once they got in that situation.
Now the Bulls' normal kickoff return man, Jerome Murphy, a Jersey guy, sitting out the first half. He missed a team meeting today, so he's not back there. And the ball rolls out of bounds. Torres Johnson doesn't field it. That's been a problem. Kickoffs have not been a strength for Ito. Again, he does heavy duty. So we'll see what the Bulls want to do.
Kickoff out of bounds on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, free kick.
I think Ito move it back to the 25-yard line.
You know, you went down the field primarily with the running of Ray Rice. You did get the trick play off the fake punt. But I question taking your quarterback out and going with a gadget-type play down on the goal line when you have Ray Rice in the backfield. Even if you're not going to run the ball there, the threat of Ray in the backfield could open a play-action pass or something else. And, you know, I get the impression Shiano figured, you know what, I went for it on the fake punt. Let's go with the gadget play on the goal line.
A guy that would probably agree with that would be Ray Rice. You know?
Yeah, they had Jack Corcoran, the fullback, lined up next to Lovelace. Not number 27. Selby appears to be okay. We'll keep a close eye on the nation's sack leader. And now Ito, who hasn't managed to produce a touchback the entire year, will have to kick it from the 25-yard line.
Well, you reload and you ask that cover team to sell out and go 100% again. That's where these big plays occur. You break down, you don't get off a block, and get back in your lane.
Jamar Taylor, the freshman running back. He's back with Torres Johnson on the kickoff return. Apparently, Ito wasn't happy with the football. There's a new one out there.
Kickers are amazing. I tell you what. They don't go to all the meetings. They're not. They got their 10 minutes in practice, and they're finicky about the color of a tee or the height of a tee.
He's a hero, Brad. He's the guy that beat Louisville last year with that field goal. Do whatever he wants.
He's going to get the ball he wants.
Yeah, that's the kind of move that'll get you taped.
Oh, this is the helium ball. That's what it is.
Well, he needs all the help he can get to avoid a big kickoff return and get this thing near the end zone. And this is Torres Johnson at the 12-yard line. Johnson gets outside, gets across the 35. So the Bulls will have good field position. Their first possession, trying to answer the points. And there is the sophomore quarterback, Matt Grothe. Lakeland, Florida, just an old hunting and fishing guy.
Yeah, he's got a little hunting trip coming up. Man after my own heart.
He does. He's going to go bow hunting for deer tomorrow.
Well, you know, getting all geared up after this game here, he's excited. He's looking forward to the trip, but
he's going to fly back to Tampa and then fly up to Ohio.
Yeah, with Eric Setzer there, he's the long snapper. He's going to go up to Richmond, Ohio, near Columbus, but he's hunting Scarlet Knights tonight. And it's Ben Williams, the junior, to the right of Grothe in the Bulls' first play. Three on the play clock. And he has to spend a timeout. Had to spend a timeout to avoid a flag on their first play. It got loud.
All that is the checks and the looking to the sideline and getting the audibles from the sideline and relaying messages. And I think I've made my point of view pretty clear on that.
Well, and obviously, too, we watched Greg Schiano yesterday coach up his defense, and he gave a ton of different calls and stem fronts out there. So maybe there was a different look that Rutgers brought to them.
These guys met a year ago down in Raymond James Stadium. It was a thriller. It came down to the final play. Grothe, at that point, was a freshman. He made some mistakes in that game. But Ray Rice was the story, just pounding straight ahead.
And you know what? And that took the heart out of that South Florida defense. You know, Ray Rice is a guy who left a message and a mark on this defense 2 times in a row now. So South Florida is not a flashy-dashy offense, but Grothe finds a way.
Saw Jason McCourty break up that 2-point conversion that would have tied it. This is Ben Williams, a nice gain on first down. Pat St. Louis is back with the Monster.com USF offensive lineup.
And now for the Bulls starting offensive lineup, we have Walter Walker, Ryan Smith, and at receiver we have Torres Johnson, Amari Jackson, and Marcus Edwards. At tight end there's Cedric Hill, running back Ben Barbecue Williams, and at quarterback Matt Joe Montana Grothe.
Williams on 2nd and 2. Can't quite get the corner, but does get a first down before Maso Munoz, the middle linebacker, drags him down.
Munoz, tackle.
Munoz, one of those first-year starters at linebacker. Schiano really misses Quintero, Frierson, Devron Thompson. He had a couple of veteran linebackers who were the heart and soul of the defense. It's been tough to replace those guys. Some growing pains this year.
Well, and really trying to make sure that they keep an eye on Matt Grothe and know where he is at all times to keep leverage and make him funnel to the inside.
On first down, empty backfield. Ben Williams, the tailback, in motion to the near side now. Grothe wants to throw. It's caught short. Gained by Marcus Edwards. And once again, Pat Manning, equipment manager, to introduce us to the Scarlet Knights defense.
The defense of Rutgers football. The heart and soul of our defense, Eric Foster. Our linebacker, Brandon Rankart. Our defensive backs are twins Jason and Devin McCourty, and of course Courtney Green.
All players earn love the equipment manager. Almost 4 decades of service to Rutgers football. Grothe on 2nd and 6. Fires near flat, caught. First down yardage for Courtney Denson, only his 4th catch of the year. Hard to key in on any one receiver. They spread the ball around a lot.
But you know what you have to be careful of if you're Rutgers defense tonight? There's been so much stress and emphasis placed on knowing where Grothe is on the field that you become passive a little bit.
Well, when you hesitate and start thinking about what you're supposed to do and responsibilities, it slows you down. These last 2 plays, they blitzed them but dropped people out into a zone.
We expect lots of design runs for Grothe tonight. That's been the pattern. And the guy that's rushed for 346 yards, carried it 81 times this year. Hands it off to Jamar Taylor, and the true freshman is hit for no gain. They'll rotate backs as well. We've seen Ben Williams. We'll see Mike Ford, the talented freshman, and Jamar Taylor right there. Whoever's got the hot hand will get the bulk of the carries.
Well, their offense is designed around a lot of different players. And, you know, we'll get into their offensive coordinator and what he talks about, how they do it. But it's a system that is designed for a bunch of guys. Mike Ford is a running back, but the inside guys tell us, hey, watch out for this guy. He's the best player they have in the backfield.
5 receivers for Grothe on 2nd and 10. Over the middle. Caught. Again, a short gain, and that's Marcus Edwards. Only 4 catches on the year coming in, so they're using some lesser used weapons in the early going. 8-yard gain, sets up 3rd and short.
Rutgers is mixing up their looks defensively. They've dropped off in some blitz zones, and that time they ran a standard zone. Here's your comparison with total yards so far. It's yards per game, which is amazing with South Florida offense.
Williams is the back on 3rd and 2, and he gets it. Hit immediately. Brandon Rankert, the linebacker, stops him for no gain. 4th down.
This is a setup system right now. They're trying to get Matt Grothe the football. Eventually, they're going to fake that, and Grothe's going to run. We don't see them not using Grothe that often.
No, he's their leading rusher as well as the guy they rely on, obviously in the passing game when he moves around. But a lot of these runs are designed quarterback runs and a lot of the play action stuff that he's reading.
And now it's Delbert Alvarado for 47 yards. Here's the guy that missed 4 field goals in the big win against Auburn, but kicked them into overtime with a clutch kick. He's been pretty solid since that Auburn game. And he's very solid there. So each team, 1 possession, each drive producing a field goal, and the Bulls frenzied out of the Sun Zone enjoys that. 3-3 in Piscataway.
Is your computer... Welcome back to Rutgers Stadium, where late in the first quarter, the Bulls charged in front when Matt Grothe scrambled for the impressive 18-yard run. The Scarlet Knights answered right back when Mike Teal fired a short pass to number 7 Underwood in the end zone, tying the game at 10. Now in the second quarter, South Florida regained the lead when Grothe found Jesse Hester slanting across the middle and finding pay dirt 28 yards later. However, right before the half, Rutgers cut the lead when kicker Jeremy Ito nailed a 40-yard attempt. Later in the third quarter, the Knights jumped out on top when Underwood broke loose from 70 yards out. With the score now 20-17 in favor of Rutgers, we rejoin the action in this seesaw battle with the ensuing kick here on ESPN Classic.
Ito, little adrenaline, boots that one to the goal line. This is Jerome Murphy. Trying to get the corner. Hammered short of the 20. Off comes the helmet. Remy Nubani, number 10, down on the hit. Kitchens is down on the play. It was about a 9-yard pass. Turned into a 69-yard touchdown. Here's the big hit. Wham.
Keep your head up.
How do you stay on your feet when you get hard enough to pop your helmet off?
Murphy, a safety, again, having to sit out the first half, missing a team meeting, so eager to make a play out here in his home turf in Jersey. Larry Kitchen, the sophomore, the man down on the kickoff coverage. Our ESPNU All-State standings, once again, South Florida number 2 in the first edition of the standings. The margin not that big between Ohio State and South Florida, guys, and then the gap a little bit bigger to BC, and it drops way down to LSU.
Well, the computers love South Florida. The computers had them up there at number 1, primarily on their wins against West Virginia and Auburn.
And you agree?
Well, I agree with it at this point in the season. Now, their schedule the rest of the way may not be quite as tough, although they have some tough matchups.
I get Cincinnati and Louisville.
Cincinnati and Louisville still.
Yeah, I tell you what, and you know what? You circle the wagons about that one at Syracuse. In between, that's the one I'd worry about if I were a coach.
You would?
Absolutely, man. Going into that dome and playing in between. Well, seriously, think about it. You're playing Cincinnati and Louisville,
I'm
and you got to go
credit.
in between.
You did say weeks ago that LSU needed to watch out for the game in Lexington. You did say that was the sandwich game, and not many of us thought that would be where LSU tripped up. I'll give you credit for that. I think it's more of a reach
on Syracuse
to count on the Orangemen.
I'm not saying Syracuse is not good enough.
But again, it's following a Cincinnati team that's very tough and physical and can challenge them. And maybe you get worn out that week, and the next week you get upset. That's your theory.
Hey, fellas, they got to get out of Piscataway with a victory.
That is the mission right now, and they find themselves behind by 3. Grothy's got it. Short game. And the Scarlet Knights defense, a proud unit. Very complex schematically. Confused a bit in the first half themselves. You like the adjustments you've seen in the third quarter.
The corner's coming off with a passion to the quarterback when he sees the run. When he sees that quarterback read, run, draw, this corner has got to get in the running line.
And he gets there quickly to close that gap, so there's not a lot of space to have a move put on him.
5 receivers for Grothy. Fires downfield. It's caught. And the spin away from the tackle at the 32-yard line is Dontavia Bogan, 11 yards.
Grothy's ability to throw the football from any position amazes me because he throws it accurately. Earlier we saw him kind of off balance and dart one into the middle for a short completion. This one he's on a dead run, but he never gathered himself. It was a full stride.
Little adjustment here right now. Up tempo, get the offense going.
Jamar Taylor is the back next to Grothy. He's got it. Let's go to Aaron. News on an injury in the field. Aaron?
Chris, is for USF wide receiver Torres Johnson. He is out of the game with a shin injury. And remember, we were told by the coaches he is the one guy that makes the most big plays for USF on this offense. So a big loss there.
He's a leading receiver. There's the leader of the offensive line. The right tackle, senior Walter Walker on the field. The only senior in that starting group up front for the Bulls.
Right side here, 75. Oh, man.
Oh.
Yep.
That could,
boy, that hurts.
Teammate
very
rolling
well.
that knee.
You get those big linemen up there, they got 300-something pounds, and then they're all on one leg and all the pressure. And
could be an MCL. When it's hit from the outside like that, it pushes the knee in and potential to tear the
You see the pain that Walker banging his head back on the turf there. 1 second and 8. Grothy uses that fishtail escape again and fires downfield into traffic, incomplete. Grothy on 3rd down. Has to just throw it away. And Rutgers defense a lot more stout in the 3rd quarter. Jonathan Freedy was there on the pressure.
Just a great job of pressuring the quarterback consistently. And Grothy, he escapes. I mean, he's not even looking at the rushes coming at him. He slide steps, he fish hooks it. He does what he has to do.
Containment's the deal, though. Containment right now. And Rutgers and Greg Schiano made the adjustment, and they're not going to allow Grothy outside. They're going to keep a spy on him every play.
Tim Brown back to receive Alvarado's punt. Once again dropped and recovered by USF. A flag is down. Did they get too close to Brown, the returner? The flag came out very quickly.
I didn't think so.
Was
No
there
signal yet. Had adventures on those attempts to receive a punt by the Scarlet Knights. Tim Brown, who muffed one earlier, resulted in a USF possession. This time the ball hit the ground.
You know, yeah, this was a fumble punt, or actually it's still a muff. He never controlled it.
There you go. Illegal block in the back is the signal against Rutgers.
Yeah, I didn't think the coverage team got too close. He just flat out dropped the ball.
Tough night for Tim Brown, the sophomore from Miami.
Was there contact made? Block in the back.
There's no foul for catch interference. We have an illegal block in the back. Number 25 on the receiving team. The kicking team was in possession of the ball at the end of the down, so the 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. That'll result in a first down.
Nice job. So the nightmarish night for Tim Brown continues. The muff and now the fumble, and USF down 3 will have great field position for the penalty.
Now remember, at the end of the second quarter, South Florida blocked field goal, didn't take advantage of it.
Right.
Moved the ball down the field. They've got to take advantage of mistakes that Rutgers has.
I think huge edge in special teams tonight for the Bulls. We'll take a break. 3-point deficit for the number 2 team, but they've got the ball in plus territory.
Ask me.
Even if you think your mattress is just fine,
Ask me what it's like to get your best night's sleep every night.
why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America? It's not a Sealy or a Simmons or a Serta.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Ask me about staying asleep.
These are actual Tempur-Pedic owners. Ask someone you know. Check out Twitter. Try your friends on Facebook. You'll hear it all, unedited.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Ask me if it's a good value. Just ask me.
There are over 4 million Tempur-Pedic owners, and they're more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me why I feel better.
Steele. High catch by Underwood. First down, Underwood off and running. Tiquan Underwood to the house, 69 yards. But the Rutgers momentum was pretty short-lived. It was the second miscue on a punt return by Tim Brown, who will not win a Heisman Trophy with that kind of play. The other Tim Brown. So USF declining that penalty, and they're set up at the 24-yard line.
All right, now you got a little strategic change here. Walter Walker goes down. Jared Carnes, 70, comes in at left tackle. They move the left tackle, Mark Dial, to right tackle. So there's some newness on the offensive line now, and Rutgers has to attack them.
Just one first down for USF so far in this third quarter. Crosby, the tight end, comes in motion. Hand it to Jamar Taylor. No, Grothy keeps it. Grothy dropped inside the 20 by Munoz. Nice game.
Go to the other side. They've been really wearing out the left side, so try the right side of this deal, and you've got Mark Dial, your left tackle, that was your starter over on the right side now, so see if you can open up the right.
Munoz did a great job of pursuing and pulling down Murphy from behind. South Florida had the edge. They had numbers on the edge, and it blocked that play extremely well.
Flying in to make the play is George Johnson, a rangy sophomore.
Rutgers is really pressing the line of scrimmage with both linebacker depth and safeties creeping up. They're asking South Florida to throw the football.
They're pressed up on the corners. Both corners are in the face of the wide receivers. Somebody's got to go up and take advantage of that pressed up coverage.
Whistle now before this 3rd and 6 play.
Rutgers has been blitzing all night long from different areas of the field, continually trying to put pressure on the quarterback. And if
The play clock didn't start on the play. Please set the game clock to 9:09.
If USF can protect the passer, Grothy should be able to make some plays up the field.
And when you look at his numbers and what he's been doing in this season now, compared to tonight, percentage-wise, he's there. No turnovers, so it's important for him.
But only one third down conversion so far, 1 of 7. 5 receivers, empty backfield.
Where's the spy in this one here? Somebody in the middle of that field.
Pressure up the middle, incomplete. They brought the blitz. Glenn Lee, the safety, made a beeline for Grothy. And the field goal attempt.
You know how important it is to have cohesiveness up on that offensive line. You lose your starting right tackle, you start bringing another guy in here. Now you put the pressure on that offensive line to make the right adjustments and calls.
And they're blitzing more than you can block, but you have to block from inside out and take the most dangerous. Lee came through an inside gap and was clean to the quarterback quickly.
Alvarado from 37. Blocked. And Rutgers tried to knock the ball forward. It didn't work for the Bulls. Doesn't work here, but it ends up that fumble punt does not cost Schiano's team. Devin McCourty, who made a very big play against the Bulls a year ago to preserve that victory, makes the block.
I'm beating up my buddy over here saying he's going to bat the ball, and sure enough, they do. They bat it forward.
Eric Foster there getting congratulated.
Great job of a field goal block. Special teams in this game. We've got 2 blocked field goals, 2 fumbled punts.
Middle, the push, the lift. Foster from right up the middle. Big Eric Foster.
I think Devin McCourty off the edge got a hand
in there. Got a little bit too, yeah. A couple of hands in there. But special teams critical. You start evaluating the number 2 team in the country, you got to have all phases of the game to be number 2.
Well, they've been winning the special teams battle though until that play.
Not tonight. Not on that one.
Not on that one.
Okay, we'll give you that
one. We'll give you one.
There's one.
Rice hammers straight ahead. He didn't look tired.
When you can do this, when you can go north-south up the gut of a defense, there are no variables involved for you offensively. You know, handling the blitz with pass protection and the quarterback making a read and throwing the ball. This is smash-mouth football, and this demoralizes a defense.
The funny thing is they rotate the blocking back. That was Andres Morales, 37, making a. They rotate the guys throwing the blocks, but the ball carrier just stays in there.
And he went sideways. He led with his left shoulder.
Little sidestep shuffle.
Rice again. Running through arm tackles. Ray Rice takes off. Ben Moffitt saved a touchdown at 33 yards. And suddenly Ray Rice had been a little bit quiet the last month, emerging again.
This would go down in the meeting room as a missed tackle right there. If you get your hands on him twice, you better bring him down. But that's the beauty of being a strong guy below.
You know, he gets stronger as the game goes. It's that conditioning he's talking about. He mentally feels everyone else is getting weaker and he's getting stronger.
Underwood in motion. Rice still in there. Give it to him again. And he just hammers ahead for 6 more.
It's not like South Florida's not putting their DBs up in there either to try to stop them. They got plenty of bodies up there.
What was the expression? Bloodied the nose. Was the expression?
Bloodied the nose, baby.
And they're doing it.
I would throw this under the slobber knocker category, fellas. This is where it really gets. You start seeing guys with green pants on with their hands on their hips.
Slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker. This is slobber knocker zone, fellas.
152 and counting for Rice. 26 carries. And there's carry number 27 for number 27. This time he's swung around by the safety. Allen dropped for a loss.
That was a different type of run, though. That was a zone run where there was no lead back on it. So you can have some penetration at the point of attack there. You can be outnumbered on that run.
Let me tell you what you can't is you can't have no heart here. South Florida, this is where you have to recognize the defense has to step up and make the play and hold them to a field goal attempt.
It's a 3rd and 6, though. It's a manageable situation for Rutgers, and this is the area where they completed the short pass that Underwood broke.
Knights have been good in this situation all year. Bulls bring the blitz. It's complete. Underwood. Touchback. Tiquan Underwood, first and goal at the 6. And now flags come out. 5 of them.
Greg Schiano said he wanted to have a chance to have double moves. Watch the double move. Boom, boom. Beautiful. That's an inside toast, Doug.
Little juke move there over the ball, and it's the 3rd and manageable situation. That was the old juke route. That's what we call it.
Aaron won't have a clue.
Personal foul. Late hit, number 75 offense. The play resulted in a first down. After the 15-yard penalty, it'll be 1st and 10.
Well, they got the 18-year-old, barely 18-year-old true freshman Anthony Davis with a mental error.
It was a flagrant late hit down the field, past the runner, down around the 2-3 yard line. He just,
you can't.
What was that phrase you used? Clobbered up?
Yeah,
Slobber?
Yeah, you can't hide when you're this big. You just, you know.
I mean, how late is that?
Wait a minute. He tried to hold up.
Oh, okay.
He just couldn't quite get it all to hold up with him.
When you're 350, it's hard to stop that much weight in motion.
He got 150.
Keep chopping, he said.
Yeah. Forget about it. Let's keep chopping.
So from the 7 back to the 22-yard line. And now another flag. That's a huge mistake, though. Schiano.
Prior to the snap, offsides, contacted in the neutral zone. Number 94 defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Got the backup tackle, Alan Cray, but that penalty by Davis, Schiano keeping his own composure. Huge difference between being at the 7 in position to perhaps go up by 10 and be backed up outside the 20. That penalty moves it back to the 18. Rice. Pretty clogged middle. He still manages to fall forward for a couple.
But because it was a 1st and 5 situation, any positive yards keeps you in good down and distance. They just need to worry about converting first downs. And eventually you bump into the goal line. However, when they've been getting down close, it's been tough once they get down close.
Full house and the nation watching to see if the number 2 team in the BCS can escape Jersey and stay undefeated. Underwood motions. Rice shuffles straight ahead as they try to move Richard Kleebert out of there again. Bruce Montgomery, the linebacker, on the stop.
This is a place where Greg Schiano says the crossing routes underneath, the draw in the middle of the field. We saw the double move, the inside toast by Tiquan Underwood a while ago.
He loves Underwood coming on those little crossers and settling down if it's zone and doing the double move stuff if it's man. And
he's checking the waistband on 3rd and 3. He's successful.
As long as
12 on 3rd down.
As long as you stay in good down and distance, you can run all that stuff.
Tight end Brock is in the slot, top of the formation. Teal takes a look there, now fires for the end zone. And it's out of the end zone. That ball about 4 yards out of the reach. Tim Brown tries to redeem himself, go make a play, but Teal overthrew that one. So we'll get a field goal attempt. Trey Williams on the coverage.
Again, he had Kevin Brock working kind of a little option route type thing in the middle of the field, and Kevin Brock created some separation. Teal came off him a little early and put it up towards the corner.
Don't you think they're the armchair quarterbacks that are sitting there thinking, hey, wait a minute, you got Ray Rice in the game. He's run downhill all night. I like your chances better running Ray Rice.
And they ran him a couple of times, though, from 1st and 5.
So one more time, average-wise, he's going to get it.
Ito from 32 for a 6-point lead. It's a fake. And it's caught for a touchdown. Oh, the trickery tonight. Andrew DePaula, the holder, rolled out and found Kevin Brock, the tight end, who released off the line.
What a quarterback.
Yep.
Watched him in pat and go, sitting there thinking to Polio Attaway, you know, he comes out and has a chance. What a pass.
What a throw.
What a call.
Gutsy, you know, I was getting ready to say, this is kind of a risky play, this field goal thing.
There's DePaula to hold. He's way down the depth chart as a quarterback, but a huge completion. Ito, the punter, with a big 36-yard completion in the first half. Now you get DePaula, the holder, in the field goal with a touchdown. And all of a sudden, number 2, down by double digits, late third quarter. And Rutgers' house is rocking.
Black one. Where? Black one. Where?
Black one. Oh, where?
The Volkswagen Tiquan, the only compact SUV with a turbocharged engine standard.
Black one. Where? There.
Lease the 2010 Tiguan for just $269 a month. It's a whole new Volkswagen and a whole new game.
IRS problems? Associated Tax Relief can help you. What you're about to see and hear is real.
Associated Tax Relief got me a settlement of $500. This company really does what they say they're going to do.
We owed the IRS over $135,000.
All we did was hire the right people to work for us. Associated Tax saved us $99,000.
Associated Tax Relief has helped taxpayers settle their tax debt for less than what they owed.
We owed the IRS over $82,000 in back taxes.
Associated Tax Relief's attorney was a former IRS agent who knew what to do.
His hard work settled our tax debt for only $4,600.
Thousands of taxpayers across the nation have put their trust in Associated Tax Relief.
I owed nearly $115,000 and needed help fast. Associated Tax settled my tax debt for way less than what I owed. They saved me over $93,000.
Yes, you can solve your IRS problems, and yes, we can help you.
For a free consultation, call 888-775-9482 now.
You're stuck on a treadmill. You're making minimum payments on your credit cards, and you just don't get anywhere. Let Consolidated Credit tell you the truth. When credit card companies are charging high interest, it's virtually impossible to pay off your debt. Let's say you owe $5,000 and your rate is 21%. Of your $100 minimum payment, $87 is interest. It'll take you over 33 years to pay off that debt. Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest. Get off the treadmill. Get on with your life. Call Consolidated Credit. They're the freedom people.
Call toll-free 1-800-440-5217.
Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, they're the solution.
The USF really wasn't fooled, but just great execution by Rutgers on that fake field goal for a touchdown.
Yeah, I was impressed with DePaula peeling out and avoiding the sack. But Murphy peels off and sees the receiver coming, peels off, makes it a very difficult throw. They were not fooled on the play. It was just great execution and a nice catch by Brock.
I thought the catch was as impressive as the escape and the throw.
Paolo has waited a long time for a moment like that. Redshirted a couple of years ago. Basically ran the scout team. Didn't see any action last year.
Special teams.
He's got a quarterback ready.
They've also dropped a couple punts, though. It's been a mixed bag for the Scarlet Knights on special teams. Ryan Gilliam, short return, stopped short of the 20, and now number 2 will go to work down 10 as we... Grothy, a throw and a catch by Carlton Mitchell, who breaks free and gets into Rutgers territory. So a first down throw produces a gain of 33.
Aaron, you know, this is a game where clock's moving ahead here. They're down. What's South Florida's mindset on that bench?
Greg, I have to tell you, when the defense came back to the sideline, most of them were walking with their heads down, and they were walking very slow. In fact, Jim Levitt ran out to the field to talk to his offense before the defense ever came back.
Grothy, a short completion. They go to Mitchell again. Yeah, it's pretty deflating when a special teams touchdown beats you in that way. Big difference being down 10 and just being down 6.
Very important drive here that they allow that South Florida defense time to sit over there and recover a little bit. And I like the fact they're attacking the corners, Doug. That's the contain area.
Well, the big completion came on a corner blitz, and this time Grothy, instead of scrambling, stood there, set his feet, and hit an open receiver. And the second time on the read run, they came with a delayed corner blitz because he's reading the option run. So they're still coming after him.
2nd and 7. Grothy flushed up the middle, plenty of room. First down. Good downfield blocked as Grothy skips out inside the 25. And Tavia Bogan, the receiver, there to help out his quarterback. 19-yard gain.
The spy man left the middle of the field, came in hard, took the wrong angle on Grothy, and Grothy made him pay for it. You have to stay disciplined. You can't take a play off against Grothy.
Absolutely not. And you got to close that gap. And he talks about fits. Schiano talks about fits because everyone has their gap responsibility, and you can't allow them to escape.
Grothy's now rushed for 81 yards. By far the leading rusher for the Bulls in this game. They hand it off to Ben Williams for a short gain. Yeah, this is a new position for USF. Yes, they pulled some big wins. This big school but young football program located in Tampa. 44,000 playing the Buccaneers Stadium, Raymond James Stadium. Big East for only the last 3 seasons. But the difference with beating Auburn on the road early and even West Virginia at home, you weren't number 2 in the country. Grothy fires to the sidelines. Overthrown, looking for Mitchell.
But you mentioned Auburn, and that's really what South Florida has to fall back on. And remember that on September the 8th at Auburn, they had a game. They were down. They had to fight around in there.
Yeah, they had missed a bunch of field goals early. 3 of them clawed back, forced overtime, and won it. And remember, guys, this is a familiar position for Rutgers as well. And their 2 losses, Maryland and Cincinnati, both times led by 10 points. They gave up second half lead. So you know that's what's going through the minds of the guys in red right here. 3rd down's been a big trouble spot for the Bulls and Grothy tonight. This time he stands and delivers a 1st down strike to Edwards. Good throw in traffic for 14 yards.
Grothy's down by 10 late in the 3rd quarter, and he's made 3 or 4 huge plays in this drive.
There's that ball game at Auburn, and that's why they are number 2, as you said. But this is a little different deal. They're going to get the special teams going. It's all phases. Offense has to make some plays. Grothy's the guy that usually makes it for them.
So far, a very good answering drive for the Bulls. And Grothy scampering. Cannot escape. Brandon Rinkert had the jersey, wouldn't let go.
Rinkert's the player who lost contain and had the bad pass rush angle that gave Grothy the last run. That time wasn't going to give up any cloth, was he?
But again, it's a matter of numbers. I mean, every down, Rutgers is bringing 6 guys because they know if they only rush 4, Grothy's going to get away.
They sacked Grothy 3 times tonight. On 2nd and 16, the pass is broken up. Off the edge, Joe LaFedge pressed into duty tonight because the veteran safety, Ron Geralt, still can't go. LaFedge has had some plays where he's looked like a true freshman, and he's had some great plays, too.
He's got a lot of upside, and the coaching staff has a lot of confidence in him. To have him in a game like this here, to get in that passing lane, hey, your man Grothy's got to move and get the ball delivered to the flat.
Yeah, you got to try to find a window, whether it's sidearm it over his head or something, try to get that done. But they're forcing Grothy to make great plays every down. There's no easy completions here for him.
Converted a minute ago, but now it's 3rd and 16. Pressure again. Fire over the middle. Tried to squeeze it in there to Bogan. Courtney Green says, I almost had that one.
Again, here comes the pressure, and LaFedge undercuts the receiver, and he wanted the ball.
Oh. Well, how about your receiver Bogan? I think breaking off of his route, you got to go stay in there and go get the football.
Did he pull away from the hit a little bit there?
I think he heard the alligator hollering.
Alvarado just 1 of 3 tonight. Just from 34 yards. I blocked the last one. They came off the edge quickly again. This time he gets it away and makes it. So Levitt's team answers the fake field goal touchdown by the Scarlet Knights with a 3-point drive. Got it to a 1-possession game late third quarter.
We had the clock on that snap to the foot hitting the leather. It was 1.06. That's pretty darn quick. That's getting it off.
Our spotter Mike Black is an ex-field goal kicker at Boise City. He always has his stopwatch up here. Do you approve of that? Is 1.06 going to work for you? Okay.
1, 2 or less, and you're in good shape.
1.06 is pretty darn quick.
Wow.
I was a holder for many years, and that's fast.
I used to be a holder as well, and I can always remember these kickers coming in. Can you hold the ball a little bit like this? Lean it to the inside a bit, and I especially in training camp. Dude, tilt the ball.
Tilt it towards you.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit forward rather than back, or someone just a touch back. The laces have to be out. Yep. Finkel will tell you that. So, but the centers, I'll tell you what, especially at the professional, centers are so precise now that the majority of the time as a holder, when you catch that ball, you just got to put it down because those laces are forward as you catch it. They have figured out the rotation.
Well, the perfect season is intact for now, but the Rutgers lead cut to 7, 1:26 to play in this third quarter. Now Rice and company go back to work. Well, the misadventures continue. Townsend picks it up on the bounce, has some room around the corner. Townsend breaking a tackle. And their special teams plays continue to be huge.
Just tell me right now, like first impression, would you marry me?
There's so many different things about me that I do not like.
Let's talk about something fun. How about magic?
Peanuts. I like cashews.
Any site can get you to a first date. But with eHarmony, those dates can be better. You get to choose from people matched with you based on deep compatibility. And that means something more meaningful from the first date onward. So try eHarmony.com today and review all your compatible matches free.
With these, on Wednesdays, I could do some laundry or get Pizza Hut's wings. I'm thinking wings.
Don't miss Pizza Hut's 50-cent Wing Wednesdays. Every wing is 50 cents each every Wednesday. That's every flavor. Only on Wednesdays and only at your Pizza Hut.
Niagara Falls, the ultimate torture test for a deck. The ultimate protection, Thompson's Water Seal, chosen to protect the most water-drenched decks in America. The decks at
Knights take over in plus territory, up 7. And the busy tailback bounces it. Oh, Ray Rice saw some room in front. Bowie got him just by the ankle.
That was almost out the gate right there. But when you talk about the special teams, this has been a night of adventures. And this was in the first quarter, the fake punt.
That set up a field goal. And here's the fake field goal for a touchdown with DePaolo, the backup quarterback, finding the tight end Brock. Those have been the plus plays, but they've also muffed a couple of punts. They've had 2 field goals blocked, one for each team. It's been interesting in that big return. Rice again. Having to earn a yard the hard way there.
Rice, the ball carrier. Every Bull defender is within 7 or 6 yards of the line of scrimmage trying to stop Ray Rice, and he still managed to get 4 yards on first down. They're only a yard.
Well, you know, Wally Byrne, the defensive coordinator, he says that they're very good. They can run the grass. They can run the grass. Well, they hadn't run the grass enough tonight against Ray Rice.
It's not a matter of running the grass right now. It's just stuffing it.
Well, notice it's been right at the middle. Nothing to the right. Very little to the left. And 122 yards out of his 157 between the tackles.
North. Between the tackles, between the hashes.
His lead blockers have been getting to work out. John Bellinger, the fullback, slow to get up. Now makes his way to the sidelines. They just keep rotating the fullbacks at 27. Just stays in there.
Keep giving the ball to 27.
Interesting call now. Clock winding down in the third quarter. And it looks like Teal will be content and just visit with Schiano throughout this break. 15 minutes to play. USF, if they're going to keep the perfect season alive, will have to mount a rally in the fourth quarter. Rutgers has had trouble trying to hold leads this season. 15 minutes to play. Will we see another highly ranked team beaten by an unranked team, or can Grothy engineer a comeback?
My mother froze everything. I was 18 years old before I had my first fresh bun. The invention that I came up with is the Hot Dog Easy Bun Steamer. Steam is the key to a great hot dog. I knew it was going to be a success. The invention was so simple that I knew.
Well, the largest crowd in Rutgers Stadium history, 44,267, breaking the record of last year's visit by number 3 Louisville when Rutgers pulled the upset in dramatic fashion. This crowd wondering if the Scarlet Knights can hold on. It's been a problem area for this team. Begin the fourth quarter with a 3rd and 6. Teal, short delivery, incomplete. Tried to find Kenny Britt over the middle. Good coverage. They like those crossing routes, but they haven't been very successful. The Bulls obviously aware of Rutgers' tendencies.
Yeah, Mike Teal has to be a little more patient on that and let him try to pass that linebacker and get out the back door. It was well covered. And yeah, Mike's only 11 of 26 now, but when you keep from turning the ball over and run Ray Rice, you're getting it done.
Ito boots it in line drive fashion. A risky fielding of the punt by Marcus Edwards, and he's hammered at the 10. No fumble. The ball is down. USF will have possession, but not very good field position. Down by 7. Takes possession on the 13. Ben Williams is the back. Grothy keeps it. Grothy continues to find room up the middle. 12 yards.
Well, that was the first defensive snap for Rutgers that they didn't blitz or bring anyone. They just went with the 4-man rush. Grothy was able to read it, take it up through the middle, and have a good positive game.
Well, for South Florida, you see here the first time trailing after the third quarter this season. And that really, this team is built around Matt Grothy making plays with his legs and his arms. He's always seemed to make the play to get him back into the contest.
Grothy tip at the line, a diving attempt with the catch by Amari Jackson. Alex Silvestro, the freshman defensive end from South Jersey, got a hand on it. Part of the rotation. They use lots of people on the defensive line, keep fresh bodies in there.
Then they went back to their blitz idea and got more pressure on him, got the hands up and get a tip ball. But Grothy has been making plays. They got down by 10. Last drive, he made 3 or 4 huge plays to get them down in field goal range, and he started this drive with a nice run.
We said in this game, Grothy would have to equal Rice for Rutgers if they were going to win.
Grothy has plenty of time. Now pressure comes. He can't get away. Eric Foster, the fiery, vocal senior leader of that defense, sacks Grothy, a 4th sack for Rutgers.
You saw him with a chop. Foster is an intense, very polite young man, but to the point. You've got to play the entire snap, and against Grothy, use your eyes and be at him.
And he's the guy that told us, listen, a lot of these younger guys, inexperienced guys, they don't remember how hard we've had to work to get where we are. They've let down maybe in the fourth quarter. We've had to lead. He says not going to let that happen again. 3rd and 18. They only rush 3. Grothy sacked by a 3-man rush. Jamal Westerman got him.
But again, it was LaFedge with the spy. It was only a 2-man rush, and he just mirrored the quarterback the entire play and finally decided to close the gap and come after him, and they get the sack. Well, fantastic job scheme-wise.
Guess what this is, Chris? A special team snap.
Look out. You never know what to expect.
This could be fun.
Alvarado. Low kick. Fair catch And a hit after the fair catch, and that'll draw a flag. They replaced Tim Brown. They had the two miscues back there with Dennis Campbell. And Ryan Gilliam for the Bulls came up and popped him.
Well, they didn't disappoint us. They did something.
You're right. Almost every special teams play has brought some kind of little special wrinkle. That flag will move the ball across midfield, though. Levitt is shaking his head. Hey, part of handling the pressure, the spotlight, big games is not making mistakes, so you haven't made all year.
Result of the play is a fair catch. After the fair catch, personal foul, late hit. Number 2 in the kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down Rutgers.
I think that he meant 22. And we talked about the misadventures. Brown mishandling a couple of punts there. Rutgers able to block a field goal after that. Didn't cost him anything, but he's replaced by Campbell. And Campbell popped 15 yards, puts the ball at the 39 of the Bulls as Rutgers tries to build in a 7-point lead. Crucial series for this USF defense. Guess who? Carry 31 for Ray Rice.
You figure if you give the ball to the guy 3 times in a row, he's going to get 10 yards.
His average suggests that 3 times 5 or more is beyond the chain.
SMU math.
That works every time.
What if there's a holding penalty?
It's worse when you know what's coming and you have a hard time stopping it, huh? Now Rice motions out, empty backfield. Teal in the gun on 2nd and 5. Short flip right into traffic. Britt had nowhere to go even if he caught it. Ben Moffitt, good job clogging up the play.
Moffitt read it extremely well and just busted that whole play up.
Again, you're talking about a game Saturday and now one Thursday, so 5 days later, a combined 68 carries.
That's a season of carries. Craig, you were a 3rd down guy after a while, weren't you? So you carried twice a game.
Quick math on that's 358, isn't it? 357. What was it? You weren't paying attention.
What, yards?
Yeah.
I was looking at the carries. That's the important thing, the beating that he's taken. On 3rd down, they flip it short. It was behind Tim Brown.
What? Did it ever occur to you, though, that Ray Rice might be providing the beating?
Yeah, after the first down gain, they throw it twice, 2 incompletions, and a real chance for Rutgers to do some damage here. Now it's going to be a long field goal attempt.
The intensity of these coaches, Jim Levitt
and Shiano.
It was an incomplete pass. They're getting off the field. They're making them kick. He doesn't care. Somebody did something wrong.
This is big. Ito, 2 yards short of his career long. Tries from 51 for a 10-point lead. It's a low kick. Good. A line drive. Puts Rutgers up by 10.
Black one. Where? Black one. Where?
Black one. Ow, where?
The Volkswagen Tiquan, the only compact SUV with a turbocharged engine standard.
Black one. Where?
There.
Lease the 2010 Tiguan for just $269 a month. It's a whole new Volkswagen and a whole new game.
You're stuck on a treadmill. You're making minimum payments on your credit cards, and you just don't get anywhere. Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest. Get off the treadmill. Get on with your life.
Call toll-free 1-800-440-5217.
Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, they're the solution.
A defining moment in South Africa's history wasn't an uprising or a coup. It was the formation of a soccer league during apartheid. by political prisoners who'd lost their freedom but found hope in a game they loved. The same men who would go on to govern the new South Africa and then repay the game by inviting the world to come and play it with them. The 2010 FIFA World Cup on ESPN.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
They have thousands, they'll help you too. One lump sum of cash they will pay to you. If you get long-term payments but you need cash now,
call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. Call now.
Keep chopping, that's the motto. 1/11th chop. Each man a component of that. That's all they ask.
Yeah.
They delivered.
Just do your job and nothing more is the 111 thing. You don't have to do more than your job. The South Florida team, they're asking Grothy to do more than just his job. They expect him to go over and above. This Rutgers team, you take care of your responsibility, and together as a group, we'll get it done.
We'll see if Gilliam or Murphy can produce a return here. This is Murphy. Lowers his head and bowls to the 30. Now the Bulls. 11:53 to work with. Once again down by 10.
EA, what's going on with Grothy on the sidelines? Is he ready to get after it or what?
You know, it's interesting. I've been observing him for about 5 minutes now. The guy's facial expression hasn't changed a bit. He just looks calm, cool, and relaxed. He isn't walking around pumping up his offensive line or talking to his receivers. He's actually kind of been a loner on the bench, been by himself. You just wouldn't think that the #2 team in the nation was down when you look at his facial expression over here.
Even his dad, Matt, said he is amazed by his son's composure. Nothing rattles him. But this is a big challenge on the road. Rutgers crowd roaring, and it's Ford taking his turn to tail back. The youngster has had a quiet night, hammered down after a 2-yard gain. Grothy, we talked about his planned bow hunting trip in Ohio. They're accepted the long snapper. They're going to fly home tonight. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, head back up to Ohio and go hunting for deer. And Matt was very much excited about that. I think that took a slight back seat to the football game perhaps this week. And what got him going as a Scarlet Knight player is down on the field. That's Courtney Green, the safety. Grothy likes his hunting and fishing. His dad said, didn't get that from me. I like fishing okay, but Matt is passionate. And on the bye week for the Bulls, he took the boat out. Tampa Bay, fishing for whatever he catches. Yeah. He didn't watch any football. He's just an outdoors guy.
Asked for a BB gun, got one when he was around 6 years old.
That's young, huh?
BB gun really kind of gets you going there. It's where you got to lob one in there to hit your target. You just go squirrel hunting and bird hunting next door to his neighbors there with a BB gun.
6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
It's young for a BB gun in your mind?
For me, yes. I didn't grow up that type of.
I hear you. If you're tuning in for Sports Center, that's airing on ESPN News with Stuart Scott and Neil Everett. Green trots off. 2nd and 7. Williams replacing Ford as the back to Grothy's right. He blocks the blitz, and Grothy fires downfield. It's caught. Jesse Hester Jr. taking a hit, but moves it to the 48 for a 16-yard gain.
Now, hey, an observation here. It looked like he threw the ball to his receiver, not an area on that pass.
Yeah, it was a little behind him. He was kind of aiming the ball a little bit on that.
He threw it to him. Just
kind of give it to him there. But again, that was only a 4-man rush by Rutgers. He had time to stand there, survey the field, and make a good throw.
Green, the starting safety, is back in the ball game as Williams weaves his way into the secondary. 14 yards as the Bulls once again try to answer on offense.
It's like a blast of hydration to your face. New Schick Hydro, the water-activated gel that hydrates your skin as you shave and lasts up to twice as long as ordinary strips, while 5 blades with skin guards smooth the skin to reduce irritation. It's the best shave for your skin. The new Schick Hydro. Free your skin.
Attention drivers, has your manufacturer's warranty expired or is it about to expire? Every mile you drive, your car is getting closer to needing costly repairs. How will you pay the hundreds, even thousands of dollars needed to get your car back on the road? Quick Cash 123 is here to help you with your financial needs. If your vehicle is less than 15 years old and has less than 200,000 miles on it, then we may still be able to offer you repair protection. Call now and we will connect you with one of our preferred extended protection providers. You choose the coverage and we'll tailor a plan to fit your budget. His transmission repair cost $3,300, but the owner paid nothing. 100% covered. When her car overheated, she called the shop and had her car towed. Just show your repair protection ID card and pay nothing. Repair costs are paid directly to your dealer or repair shop with no out-of-pocket costs to you. Save thousands in car repairs and keep your vehicle worry-free.
Call 800-402-7117 and get a free quote from a nationally recognized A+ rated provider. There's no obligation. Call 800-402-7117 now.
Mom, what's wrong?
Oh, Eddie. We've got to come up with some money or we'll lose the ranch.
Mom, don't you get structured settlement payments every month?
I do, son. But the amount I get just isn't enough. We need a lump sum of cash to pay it off.
We need cash now, girl. Go get help.
If you get structured settlement or annuity payments and need cash now, all you have to do is call J.G. Wentworth. We'll pay you a lump sum of cash for your long-term payments. We've helped thousands. We'll help you too. Get cash for your settlement or annuity payments. Call J.G. Wentworth.
What is it, girl?
Mom, she's back. Gonna get the money now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call 866-454-5987.
Your 225-pound bench press is measured in millimeters, not reps. Your idea of two-a-days is your commute to and from work. And the last team you starred on was your freshman football team. And starred might be too strong of a word. But now the NFL Draft is on ESPN in prime time this Thursday. And you've got a chance to get drafted by Coors Light. Yes, you. Text Coors to 4COLD, and you could win prizes including a trip to the 2011 NFL Draft and 2 2010 season tickets to your favorite team.
You just want to maintain focus. You have to execute every night, 48 minutes.
The NBA playoffs on ESPN continue Friday with a trio of crucial game threes.
Knights show pressure off the edge. Now back away. Here comes the blitz. He gets it away. Caught. About an 8-yard gain for Amari Jackson. Tampa native, his very first catch tonight.
Well, that's the way you handle the blitz. He saw the blitz coming, checked to a quick route, caught the ball and just delivered it on the money. Quick rhythm. That will discourage the blitz.
And he's really nailing home the point that EA just made, that he's calm and collected on the bench, so he's seeing the game still and playing what he's doing and supposed to get it done.
Handoff, Williams falls forward, looks like it's a first down.
And the running Craig, the running game is what he's been missing. They've had an element now where they ran for the first down there. They busted a run just a little while ago. That can keep Rutgers honest.
The running game outside of Brophy's runs.
Exactly. Exactly.
He had been carrying the load. Williams now has 44 yards. First down. Brophy fakes it, throws over the middle, caught. And running free, still running free. Down inside the 5-yard line is Cedric Hill, the tight end, and now he gets into the stat page. His first catch of the night for 22 yards. And then Tampa, there is hope in the Sun Dome.
Right side of your screen, tight end gets behind the backer. Actually, you know, you just When you start getting out there and you're worried so much about growth on plays in the spy, forget the tight end.
Missed tackle by Glenn Lee. Bulls first and goal. Williams hammers ahead. Check it. It's Jamar Taylor, the freshman, has come into the game. Williams remained, and now they give the freshman a try, and he's stopped at the 2.
This is a drive the number 2 team in the country is supposed to make. On the road, having to answer the call. You're really lost your momentum, and Doug, they've come out here and they're coming down the field.
They're giving themselves an opportunity here. There's still over 9 minutes on the clock.
Now Williams, Ford, and Taylor all in the game. It's Ford cutting back for a touchdown. Mike Ford, the freshman. So that is an impressive drive by Levitt's team, cutting into the lead. Plenty of time to play.
Answer the call.
78 yards. Took him less than 3 minutes. Now Alvarado draws the Bulls back within 3. Grothy 3 for 3 on that drive. After we started the second half, just 4 for 12.
Right now, a handful of quarters is all you need to turn just another boring Wednesday night into Pizza Hut 50-cent Wing Wednesday. Every wing, every flavor, every Wednesday, just 50 cents each, and only at your Pizza Hut.
Just tell me right now, like first impression, would you marry me?
There's so many different things about me that I do not like.
Let's talk about something fun. How about magic?
Peanuts. I like cashews.
Any site can get you to a first date. But with eHarmony, those dates can be better. You get to choose from people matched with you based on deep compatibility. And that means something more meaningful from the first date onward. So try eHarmony.com today and review all your compatible matches free.
Imagine being at 30,000 feet with a plane full of kids and you have a heart attack. That's what happened to me. I'm on an aspirin regimen now. My doctor told me it's the easiest preventative thing you can do.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
See your doctor. Simple.
Welcome to the City of Dreams. Welcome to the club. Tomorrow's NFL stars take their place on football's biggest stage to see their dreams realized and destinies unfold. For the first time ever, ESPN's All-Star Crew welcomes the draft to prime time. The 2010 NFL Draft. The 3-day event kicks off live from Radio City Music Hall this Thursday at 7:30 on ESPN, presented by Coors.
Oh, it's a wild pitch. Murray's in trouble now. The count is 3-0, and Stubby's going out to the mound.
Hey, just settle down, kid.
Yeah, I wish I could, but I got these overdue bills that are hitting me like batting practice.
I thought you had structured settlement payments every month.
Yeah, I do, but I need the cash now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I wish I could cash out my annuity.
What's going on here?
Structured settlements.
Annuities?
They need cash now. That's Bushley. Call J.G. Wentworth. They'll pay you a lump sum of cash for your structured settlement and annuity payments.
J.G. Wentworth?
They've helped thousands of folks, and they'll help you guys too. Just call them. Rocky's got the number. But don't call till after the game. Now let's get out of this inning.
Hey. It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 1-866-494-3687, 1-866-494-3687.
How would USF handle a big pressure game wearing the target? Well, as a very impressive drive by the Bulls, they reached the end zone on the forward run. Cut it back to 3. Now Levitt is focused on his kickoff coverage because it was James Townsend to turn momentum Rutgers' way with a long return in this position a few minutes ago. This is Campbell, not Townsend. Campbell trying to turn the corner. And check it, it's number 2, Tim Brown, and flags fly. Brown, the man that struggled so much dropping the 2 punts, this time draws a flag on the sidelines. Penalties of over-aggression tonight, both sides. That one's inexcusable, though. The 9th flag.
After the return, personal foul. Late hit. Number 22, kicking team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
And we've got Ryan Gilliam. That's just inexcusable. He was maybe a step and a half on the white line.
Anybody
Pretty much
else have a flag?
consensus that he is a
I think
foul.
we all agree.
The crew likes each other. They're going to support each other. I wonder if those flags tonight, how many, look at that face.
How many have actually come out?
Well, actually on special teams.
They don't disappoint on special teams. We're going to have something fun happen no matter what.
Shouldn't a one-point victory be different than a 30-point victory?
Absolutely, but the computer doesn't see a score.
I understand that because the BCS made him take it out of the formula.
Margin of victory.
The coaches, in fact. Rice, they're keying in on number 27. Gets about 3. Selby and Harris combining. They set up a third and about 6.
The point that I'm really making there is if somehow South Florida can come back and win this game, it doesn't matter if it's by 1 or 10. The computers are still going to like them and give them credit for winning on the road against a decent football team. However, the eyeballs out there who are watching this game tonight are trying to see, is special teams a part of this championship team? How about the defense? You know, all phases of the game. Are they really number 2?
On 3rd and 6. Tia has protection, and once again, he has really struggled, Doug, on those crossing routes. Kenny Britt was the intended receiver.
Yeah, Britt was the intended guy, but Underwood up the field, about 10 yards further up the field, had broken off his route, was wide open. He missed. I think in these situations, he doesn't want to take a sack, make a negative play, and he's being a little careful and quick with the ball.
Speaking of situation, the offense answered the call, went down the field and scored for South Florida, and the defense came out despite a bad penalty against them, and they answered the call.
Amari Jackson is now back to return the punt. Ito takes a step, boots it low. Jackson says, get away from it, and the coverage team will do its job. Not much to do, just pick up the football at the 3-yard line. Good job by Ito. He's had a pretty good night all the way around. Fake punt completion. Made 3 field goals. Another reminder that aerial coverage provided by the Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey plan. 75 years making healthcare work for its 3.3 million members. Half of the 4th quarter remaining. USF down by 3, but pinned back at their 3-yard line.
Well, they've been answering the call. It was a great special teams play by Rutgers to pin them down. Let's see how they pick it up.
Jamar Taylor, 2 backs in there to block. Short carry. Trusting a true freshman on the carry. Aaron, what do you have?
Well, what I have is the Rutgers training staff looking at Mike Teal's hand right now. It's his throwing hand. Now remember, he's been dealing with a thumb injury for the past 2 weeks. As soon as he came over to the sidelines, Greg Schiano looked at him and said, "Are you okay?" He started squeezing his hand. Now the trainers are looking at it, Chris.
He's missed his last 5 passes, and Doug was spotting some inaccuracy problems down there. Grothy from his end zone. Lofts it downfield. One-on-one coverage. Caught. Dontavia Bogan beats one-on-one coverage. That gets a smile from the Scowler. Levitt.
Well, on the outside, when you've got this kind of pressed up coverage that we talked about, then Bogan's got to make a play. On the outside, the move, up the field. And hey, how about Grothy putting it out there for his receiver one-on-one?
With an unblocked man in his face. Hung in there in his own end zone and made a very nice throw.
You got a good matchup. Zaire Kitchen is one of the backup corners, not the starter. Short carry for Williams.
But again, ever since they got down by 10 with 9 minutes, or actually it was about 12 to go, Grothy has been making plays to get his team in a position to win this game.
That was a huge completion in his end zone. Long way to go. Williams hit in the backfield, spins away, still on his feet. And they get some red hats to him there. Pete Tverdov, the defensive tackle, lost the hat.
Didn't slow down, though. Tverdov, he just kept going after him, huh? That's chopping beyond the chop limit.
I think anybody in red or scarlet had a shot at the running back on that play.
Criminal justice major.
Williams just kept churning the legs.
Big 3rd and 11. They bring pressure. No flag on the edge. Jesse Hester Jr. pretty well covered. Rothy trots off.
Not really an answer with their passing game to the pressure that they're getting from the inside. I mean, that's just a jump ball he's throwing up there. The one that he converted earlier was as well. But, I mean, they've got to come up with a better plan with their receivers to take advantage of the press.
Well, you're looking for a higher percentage type of throw if you can. You know, the bottom line, the first part of that is protection. The second part is route.
Alvarado's punt. Fielded by Dennis Campbell, and he almost dropped it. And Campbell's replacing a guy who's dropped 2 tonight.
It's got, you know, we got to keep the fun in this. But that's why they're special teams.
Man.
It's special.
38 yards in the punt. We've talked about the moods of Jim Leavitt. He comes out, fired out, running wind sprints before the game.
Kickoff. Oh, no. Let's go. I talked to Bob Stoops before the game. And, Bob Stoops coached with Jim Leavitt back at Kansas State. And I said, hey, Coach Stoops, Leavitt's having a good time, and he's pretty intense, and he laughed. He said, yeah, he is. He's very happy. Stoops is very happy for Leavitt.
You know what? Leavitt, by the way, whose team is ranked ahead of Stoops in the BCS, I told Bob he's got to get his program together. Yeah. He's got to get things going down there.
And, if he needs some help, I'm sure he's willing to give him some pointers.
5:12 to play. Rutgers sitting on a 3-point lead. Rice. They'd love to be able to chew clock with number 27. Hats are starting to come off every play now.
3 of them tonight. That's a little popping going on down there.
Zuda, the tackle, lost his helmet. Good first down gain for Rice. Last time they got 5 on first down, they went away from Rice.
Middle of the screen here. Oh, yeah, little hand up in the face.
Well, the pop jarred the chin strap loose and the hand knocked the helmet off.
That was Moffitt that had the hand up in the face mask.
And again, Till's in the game, right? He was on the sideline nursing that hand, so Till's in the game.
Well, Shannon would like him to stay in the game and just have to hand off to Rice if they can keep that working. Physical run. Did the ball come loose? There's a pile. Did the football come loose? The Bulls say they have it.
How does number 4 Mike Jenkins think he knows?
Got that
South Florida football. The 35th carry of the night for Ray Rice. Produces a fumble. And the frenzy in the Sun Dome, contrasting with the disbelief in Piscataway.
As a running back getting up an inside line, a lot of times you want to deliver a blow, and a helmet gets on the ball, and you're thinking about it, and you can't. And Montpremier, he comes in and gets the helmet right on the leather.
Moffitt recovered it. 3rd Scarlet Knight turnover. And the Bulls have it at the Rutgers 40.
Moffitt's not going to let go of that ball.
Flag.
Prior to the snap, timeout was called by number 9, offense. That is the first charge timeout of the half.
Cedric Hill, the tight end, calling a timeout. So Rutgers' 3rd turnover. Can Leavitt's team make him pay? It's a fake. He's throwing downfield complete. It's a fake. And it's caught. For a touchdown. Oh, the trickery tonight. Attention, man.
Black one. Where? Black one. Where?
Black one. Ow, where?
The Volkswagen Tiquan. The only compact SUV with a turbocharged engine standard.
Black one. Where?
There.
Lease the 2010 Tiguan for just $269 a month. It's a whole new Volkswagen and a whole new game.
Ask me.
Even if you think your mattress is just fine,
Ask me what it's like to get your best night's sleep every night.
why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America? It's not a Sealy or a Simmons or a Serta.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Ask me about staying asleep.
These are actual Tempur-Pedic owners. Ask someone you know. Check out Twitter. Try your friends on Facebook. You'll hear it all, unedited.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Ask me if it's a good value. Just ask me.
There are over 4 million Tempur-Pedic owners, and they're more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me why I feel better every morning.
Ask me why someone who's never had an ache or a pain is in love with this bed.
Start asking real owners.
Ask me how we took the first step.
Take the first step. Call today for your free information kit with DVD, 1-800-405-6858, or visit Tempur-Pedic.com.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
If you owe more than $5,000 in credit card debt, medical bills, or if you're just struggling to make ends meet during these tough economic times, you may be eligible to reduce your debt by as much as 60%. Call now and talk to one of our nationally certified counselors to see if you qualify. They'll help build a plan where you can save thousands, avoid high interest or foreclosure, and settle your debt for much less than you owe with one low monthly payment.
Quick Cash saved my family so much money. They helped us rebuild our credit and get our lives back on track.
Creditors stopped harassing me immediately. Now, I live my life on my terms.
Call the number on your screen now. It only takes a few minutes for our experts to find the program that fits you or your family best. We can help you set up a payoff plan with your existing creditors, lower your interest rates, and eliminate late payment fees and past penalties. Start living your life on your terms and end your debt for good.
Call 800-402-7101 now.
Somebody on the Scarlet Knights trying to make a butt-kiss-like play, protecting a three-point lead. 4:11 to play. First down for the Bulls at the Rutgers 40. Pressure up the middle. Grothy, sack. Sixth sack. That one goes to Brandon Rinkert, the linebacker.
Matt Grothy's only 6 feet tall, and Doug, I know that you've dealt with this all your career. And when you're behind the center and the traffic's in front of you and you're enveloped, you can't see down the field.
That's where, when it's a 5- and 6-man rush, it looks like a wall in front of you sometimes.
Here comes the wall again. Grothy sidesteps it, fires downfield. Incomplete. Jesse Hester Jr. well covered there by Glenn Lee.
By having to sidestep the rush, it throws the timing of the route off. The ball's delivered a little bit late, and he runs the receiver out of bounds.
We haven't seen Matt run in a while, right? There's a spy waiting on him, but when you're playing in space, Matt Grothy versus a spy, I'll take your chances.
5 of those sacks after halftime. 3rd and 15. Wobbly pass, tipped by 2 Rutgers defenders, incomplete. When Lee and then Devin McCourty each got a hand on that.
This ball kind of comes out of the side of Matt Grothy's hand. It goes nowhere near where he wanted it. The ball just, he was anticipating something happened, did a clutch in his throwing motion. 3 different Rutgers players had an opportunity at the ball.
And on 4th and 15, Alvarado into punt. Dennis Campbell will try to just field this one cleanly. High kick. And it's a touchdown. Levitt's defense needs to get the football back. Now this perfect dream season will end right here in New Jersey. Schiano, he's still working hard.
They don't quit, these 2 coaches. Well, they don't slow down.
Before the game, we love going down in the middle of the field and watching both teams. Man, the intensity of the teams and both head coaches.
They wanted to put the pads on. If they had had pads for the coaches, they would have thrown them on in a heartbeat.
USF has 2 timeouts. Rutgers has 3:21 to try to bleed. After the fumble, they go right back to Ray Rice, who's tripped up. Good job by Montpremier.
Now, Craig, after you fumble a ball, do you run a little more cautious, or do you cover the ball up different?
You can say that you don't, and that you just go back and you forget about it, but it's in your mind. You know, and especially right now, in the situation where they are, the worst thing that he could do is give it up again.
You guys were laughing, saying that he doesn't feel fatigue, but I don't know, 36 carries after 36 last Saturday. Maybe the fumble had something to do with that.
I think it's a valid point.
2nd and 10, Rice again, bouncing it, earning about 2. Another big hit from Montpremier, helped out by Trey Williams. The USF will take a timeout. They've got one left after this, which now amplifies the importance of getting a stop here on 3rd and 8.
And you really want to hold that one in your pocket, that last timeout that you've got up here, obviously, to be able to try to stop the clock for a field goal attempt should you get in that situation.
You just circled the ranking, but now they
yeah, but it's got the timeout on
no,
it.
that yellow dot right there.
Both of those are very pertinent right
only
now.
one's coming out on the screen over there. Oh, you can't get left enough. Okay, I see what you're saying.
But
on the illustrator, I circled the
That's
correct.
a key thing too, the ranking, because everybody in the country is looking.
But you missed it over there.
All eyes watching the number 2 ranked team to see if they can get out of New Jersey.
Now Teal's thumb's bothering him. The last throw, I thought he was attempting to get to the upfield receiver, and the ball just dropped short, which made you think he was going to the underneath guy. So he was that far off.
You're not thinking they're going to throw the ball here, chance of an incompletion, stop the clock, are you? Tick, 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 tick.
I would run a conservative pass play and try to convert.
Yeah, they got 4 receivers. A motion Brock, the tight end, and as a pass protector, and Teal will throw. They're going to take their chance. Teal fires. It's complete to Britt. A flag comes in very late. It's a 1st down catch for Britt. We'll check the marker. It was in the holding zone. It is a hold. It's coming back.
77 offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
An enormous call. They get Pedro Sosa, the senior. The veteran wipes out. Would have been a 1st down catch.
Big time play by Teal as far as holding onto the ball, moving in the pocket. The hold is right in front of you. He slides and moves. It's when he broke to go away.
The jersey, the cloth.
Good call?
Man.
Marginal call. Marginal.
I thought he grabbed him, but I didn't think it was necessary. I thought Teal had escaped. 4 on the play clock. It's Rice. Rice hammers ahead. USF out of timeouts, and the Knights will have to punt. He's got good distance. Alvarado's made a 56-yarder a year ago. Made a pressure kick at the end of the road game against Auburn, the overtime win after a disastrous start to that game.
Now, can the Bulls get the ball here without committing a penalty, fumbling a punt, putting the ball on the ground, and giving their offense a chance?
You know what? I would move up here as a kick returner because Ito has done the little rollout pooch kick. I would not let this ball hit the carpet.
Whistle before the snap to Ito. They didn't get it off in time. They tried to bleed the clock down. It'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
5 yards. You know how that's what Shiano's like. Whoa, you're kidding me. That's big.
It could be big at a field goal attempt.
When it comes field goal time, it's a difference between a 60-yarder and a 55.
You know, you really think about this, Doug. You almost have to think, consider, do you want to go into a safe punt return and have 3 guys back to make sure the ball doesn't hit the carpet?
They had 3 timeouts, too. They could have used one of their 3 remaining timeouts. Ito boots it high. Fair catch by Marcus Edwards. Fielded cleanly at the 49. ECS number 2. Out of timeouts. Down 3. Ball to the plus 49.
Got to move the pocket. Move.
Pressure. Sack number 7. Eric Foster. And Joe LaFedge, the safety, a huge loss.
Get out of the middle of the field. It hasn't been working. Brophy's got to move and use his athleticism to create plays down the field.
Rutgers pass rush has been the story of this second half, guys, and a spike So they waste it down, and now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake there, spiking the ball. That's a loss of a down on creating a 3rd and 22 situation now. I think you waste a few extra seconds to get a play call and try to pick up a chunk. Now he's got 2 plays to get 22 yards.
He fires over the middle. Incomplete. Not an interception. It was too tall for Hester. Jason McCourty made a diving chance. And it's 4th and 22. No timeouts left for USF. This is the ball game.
Constant theme has been pressure on Grothy. Bring it. Pressure him. Don't let him run around with the football.
And at the angle and the point of what they're going at. Keeping him in the pocket.
Perfect season. Number 2 BCS ranking comes down to this play. Grothy fires over the sidelines. A flag down. It's caught. Caught by Amari Jackson. Now we'll check the flag. He pushed off, Rutgers says. It was Jackson working on Jason McCourty on the sidelines. Would have been a 32-yarder. It comes back.
Pass interference. Number 18 offense. Pushing off the defense. 15 yards.
Penalties part of the story. That's number 10.
It's the right guy to go to. Amari Jackson is a basketball player background. Big, tall receiver, and the ball was thrown just beyond the 1st down marker, and he pushed off.
Very subtle push. Almost not necessary because Jackson had his sights on the ball, was in a decent position to go get it. He just barely gives him enough to create a little separation, and the ref had the call.
They don't like the call in the Sun Dome. No surprise there. And now they'll move it back to a 4th and 37, and Rutgers will spend a timeout.
He's going to get over and talk to him about a hook and lateral, about balls being, because you know, South Florida can't get tackled here, obviously. So, you know, now you coach him up defensively and tell him, play the play. Keep your eyes open.
Well, it was about a year ago, a little later in the season, when Louisville came near ranked number 3. At that time, Rutgers also undefeated. And the Scarlet Knights rallied, held on, Ito the field goal to beat the Cardinals. This time, Rutgers comes in a little bit wounded off a pair of home losses already this season. But more than a spoiler, because the Scarlet Knights are still very much alive in the Big East race. And Wrangler player of the game, no surprise. Ray Rice will be unhappy about that one fumble he had. Toted the rock 39 times, a $181. First runner in 15 games to get more than 100 yards against the Bulls. 4th and 37.
I love to throw these jump ball type of plays into the middle of the field where everyone can converge on it.
6 men standing 30 yards from the line of scrimmage for Rutgers, and Grothy heaves it into traffic. Picked off. Zaire Kitchen with the interception. The prayer not answered. The perfect season for USF dies in New Jersey, as well as their dreams of making it all the way to the BCS championship game. Levitt's group can refocus on what he called their prime goal, making the Big East title their focus. And Schiano's defense does a terrific job in the second half of adjusting.
Absolutely. All the pressure they had, Schiano did a fantastic job defensively. Jim Levitt's done a fantastic job with this team. They just come up a little short.
A nightmare with the K.
Special teams.
No timeouts. Teal will just take a knee.
Well, next week, Boston College at Virginia Tech. You know what? BC, again, just sitting pretty. They're off this weekend. Shot to maybe move up to number 2.
And the ranks of the unbeaten shrink again. For a 4th consecutive weekend, guys, a team ranked in the top 5 will be defeated by an unranked opponent. Now, USF is a narrow favorite coming in, but the top 5 continue to be endangered. We've got half the season left to play. Pandemonium in Piscataway, the sequel. Here come the students from all corners.
From the home of the Toronto Argonauts, we're stepping aside from pro football to do a little college football with the second annual International Bowl. It's the Mid-American Conference against the Big East as Ball State will take on Rutgers. And welcome inside, everyone. We decided with a game in Canada, we had to use a Canadian crew. John Saunders here, born and raised here in Toronto. We got Jesse Palmer, born in Toronto, raised in Ottawa. Stacey Dales is on the sidelines. She, of course, was born in cottage country up in Collingwood, and we've got a 6-time MVP of the Canadian Football League in Doug Flutie.
I'm just